Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? All right. Let's see. Hoping maybe we get different energy. I'm hoping. But I will tell you, Jupiter went into Venus. Venus into Jupiter. I don't know why it was said like that. Potato, potato. I'm wondering if I should. I'm wondering if I should do a Venus read. Venus and, Gemini, Jupiter. Good morning, good morning. All right. Yeah. I had my hand in the soil last night. One of my plants had a mite on it. Venus, if you will, it's only a little couple minutes ago. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I can, see, I don't like that. I dig down to see how the depth of the dryness in the soil. Oh, I got it all out. Okay. Yeah, we can do Venus and Jupiter. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Let me. What is it? Wow. Oh, okay. I just had to get to my old email. I just saw it. So Jupiter connects with Chiron. Jupiter enters Leo June 30th, just 11 days from Chiron entering Taurus on June 19th. Put it to use, grounding yourself. On September 17th, Chiron retrogrades back into Aries until 2027. Note the 217 days. July is a 17 universal month. This year, 17 adds to the sense of leaving legacies behind. Symbolic immortality. Symbolizes immortality. Coupled with Jupiter, do the code 17 surrounding Chiron. Well, Jupiter's connection to faith, trust, Chiron's connection to healing through love, manifest in spiritualization, learning and making sacred practices. Next 13 months. So it's actually Jupiter and Chiron. But here's the thing too, like Chiron is healing. It's past life. You're supposed to heal. Altogether, 3 powerful Jupiter abundances magnifying your birth chart. This is also according to my birth chart. So, Chiron can also be very fortunate too. So it's not the one. Yeah, see, I I can't really use that in the sense of that one's kind of based off my chart. We did a reading, we were dealing with the Chiron anyway. We've been dealing with that. We've been working through that. It was more stronger. I actually think that was referring to my chart. Yes, I'm back on. Did you catch the one this morning? Where I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm not ready. Oh, Venus. All right, let's do Venus. That looks like WkEnd Road number 2. Sorry. But we are going to focus on Venus. So let's start at 7. Venus, if you will, please send me a little girl for me to feel. Oh, Venus. Oh, Venus. All right, let's get you guys more over here. You're right there, but you can't see it with the sun. There's like no sun over here. I don't even understand. All right, Venus. Let's see what Venus is doing. I know where's Venus right now? Is Venus in Taurus? Does anybody know? Hey, Siri? Where is Venus right now?
To do that, you need to be online.
Oh, am I not online? Oh, I do not want to connect Wi-Fi to this one. Where is Venus stationed right now? I almost want to say, like, galactically. In the constellation of Leo. The evening star. Okay. Leo's a positive. It didn't say, but I'm almost sure. Didn't we just go into Leo within like the last 2 weeks or something with Venus? It was. Yeah, I said that to McKenna this morning. With Venus, it just went into Leo, right? When did Venus go into Leo? I feel like it was in the last couple weeks. Okay, June 13th. And it remained there until July 9th. Oh, okay, so now, okay, so then now when? Today's the 10th.
I need to ask you a favor. Did I say that dinner tonight after the last session?
Does anybody know
Surprise from you.
what zodiac did Venus enter today?
Really cared about that.
Earth sign is in Virgo.
Doesn't have an idea about anything. You come to my house on all sorts of crap. God only knows what.
In the next 3
How it upsets your mother. Every time you go out, what can you offer anyone other than
in the next 6 months with the dates, can you tell me where Venus enters? I mean, that was on a struggle bus right there. I don't even know how my phone listens to me sometimes. Okay. Oh, Venus. It's over here. Hanged Man. So, we are now in Virgo. Okay, Venus in Virgo, and then it will stay there and transfer into Libra August 7th. So, Scorpio in September. Okay, I feel like I have like a good couple months before that. Okay. Venus in Virgo is here, and you'll want to guide your heart. But that's not a good message, like in the sense of, what the fuck? What's going on? What's going on over here? It could just have to do with the Chiron too. Till August 8th. All right. What are we at, 11? Okay. So, let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Virgo's here making a splash in our lives. This summer, Venus has a stiff upper lip in Virgo. As it uses facts to make decisions, we regard our heart and wallets to avoid being hurt and taken for granted. There will be moments when we cannot hold back with our feelings, though. In astrology, we consider this placement to the fall of Venus, the season that Venus the romantic planet, usually gives unconditional vibes and offers sentimental words for those who hold place in their hearts. Venus in Virgo can be a little tricky in the sense that it's more tangible than it is feelings, which opposes the emotional depth that the planet possesses at its core. This doesn't mean that people who have Venus in Virgo are doomed, just that they define it on their own. This transit makes us a tad prissy in our behavior and expectations. Okay, so when it comes to finances, Venus represents money as well. It can be fragile with your summer budget. I think it'd be frugal, but it is fragile. Rather than purchasing or settle, no, that's not. This year, Venus in Virgo is going to make the emotional hits from our 4 retrogrades: Mercury in Cancer, Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, and Pluto in Aquarius. The manifestations from Saturn and Neptune and Pluto to Venus are known as interconjunct. They are prompting us to release our boundaries, be careful who we surround ourselves around. Especially the gaslighting can be extreme. So much as that will begin to blame ourselves, it's really how we treat us. The behavior is not our fault, nor do we have to stand for it, control, and manipulate the other themes of the mind. Yeah, see, all that's kind of coming out too. So important dates, we got the 10th, which is today. Venus in Virgo is opposite your true node, the destiny in Pisces, holding us back from growing and evolving financially in relationships. Okay, fucking great. Anywho, July 13th, Uranus in Gemini, pushing us to break through situations that aren't working anymore. July 24th, Venus in Virgo aspects. Mercury in Cancer, urging us to speak from the heart. The 29th, Venus in Virgo connects with Mars in Gemini, heightening our passions and desires. Words can be sensual and powerful. August 6th moves into Libra, starting with a new cycle with love and money. Okay, so I am not super crazy about that message, but in all reality, it's really no shock there with the energy that's been coming out on the board. So let's see what we get. So we're in this for like the next 3 weeks. 3.5. So people are strong. Virgo placements, good chance is going to be, well, I'm hearing arguments, displacements, especially if things are karmic. I don't really know how that's relevant. I mean, it's definitely relevant. That's weird. But we have all these other aspects right now too, with all the other transits, and they're really good transits. So again, it's one of those things, like in my chart, for instance, where Jupiter's in Venus, that's more fortunate for me. So in a way, for you guys to really know what type of energy you're dealing with, you really need to know your chart. And again, you can go to Cafe Astrology. If you don't know your birth time, you're not going to get your rising sign, and the rising's exciting. But what you can do is hit AM and see what it says, and then hit PM and see what it says. One of them might make more sense to you. Again, I was going to actually start doing that on my channel, because I don't think they're going to be offering free reads like that much longer. But I did get an email where I can pay a certain amount every month to get your chart. But I don't know if it's worth it to me, because I don't know if you guys want that, It's kind of inexpensive, so it's not like you'll be losing money. But if you're lucky, you can still find it under Cafe Astrology. I know they were going to possibly keep 2 of them up, but you're not getting your entire chart. You're getting little bits and pieces of it. You want your entire chart, okay? So, let's see. 18, 17, 38. Hey, what's up? Hello. All right, let's see. This, I don't want to just do this week. Well, we can do, I guess we can do just this weekend in Venus, because we just stepped into it. So the fact that it was in, I was just about to say Lowell. That it was just in Leo. Some of us could be feeling this. It did start yesterday. But again, guys, it really depends on your chart. So don't get discouraged with every message I just read. Now, if you have Virgo and Venus, and you already know you do, then, you're going to have to push through a little more than you normally would in regards to this stuff, So, forgiveness. So I think I'm just gonna do I was gonna say maybe a week's worth, but I can also make it into a read. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it into a read next week, but I am going to do Venus and Virgo for weekend energy, but it's just starting. And what is it trying to say? Like, I'm just getting kind of like sorrow. Like, there's just been this sorrow. Okay. So we are kind of dealing with similar energies. Shadow works. You might be in that energy of needing to like recognize something. People who are not doing their shadow work, probably will even abandon themselves in a way when it comes to what's next. I don't know. I just heard somebody wants to work with you, or I mean, I can swap the cards in different direction, like forgiveness. Okay. It's up to you. This person has shadow work, or you have shadow work. You could have fear of abandonment, but the fact that big dreams comes out, it overpowers the other energy. It should, but see, so there's like that darker energy here that kind of does feel heavy, but this should be overpowering all this. Maybe you shouldn't forgive a situation, or like it doesn't seem so great. I got bigger expectations or bigger dreams. Again, the person watching you could be. I'm hearing this is more or less probably a crush right here, and I don't usually say crush. Purple crush, grape crush, orange crush. God, I haven't had freaking orange grape tonic forever. Whatever you do, don't abandon your dreams because of heavier energy. I can actually feel the heavier energy here, which I'm not crazy about. But hey, go back to the 12-minute when I start reading about Venus and Virgo. So this is already lingering clearly from Venus and Leo. But there is going to be a switch. It will be more practical. Should be more grounding. Oh, Venus. Tell me this weekend about forgiveness. Tell me about forgiveness. You have an offer. Not on Earth, so twin flame energy that I cross out because we're not going there. Could be divine masculine. This could be somebody that you thought was your twin, or I don't know what you guys' mindset is, but it is telling me it's a very powerful connection. Now, there is a split of energy here because this isn't the whole forgiveness situation that's been on the board back and forth. This is this is going to be recent or this weekend. You could be meeting up with somebody. For some, like, it could be a good thing. I'm not getting bad energy. I'm just getting, I don't know. I'm hearing jealousy. So I don't know if you're just kind of like moving on. You could have a jealous ex, but I did get like the whole crush vibe there. Hush, hush. Is there a song? Hush, hush. Tell me about the free will over the weekends. Awakening. Wow. Okay, so you're seeing something. I love that for you. So it is, I gotta be careful how I word this reading. I can already tell Spirit's put me in like one of those positions to be kind of very careful about what it is I'm like saying. Again, like it is because Paula Abdul, first time visiting. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that I'm getting like the heavier energy can overpower something new that's beginning or something new you're going after. You're very welcome. Let's see what shadow work is over the weekend, because this is where it gets tricky. So it is inner child. That is in regards to your Chiron. So if you know your chart, please look over your chart. Again, if you do not, at least try to go get like half of the birth chart on cafeastrology.com. So childhood wounds. Again, it could be in regards to abandonment. Maybe you feel like you just abandoned things, but you, yeah, see, dark night of the soul. This is where that heaviest energy kind of is lurking. Tell me about abandonment, because this could be you just need to abandon certain things that are going on in your life in order for you to fulfill. You could have somebody at work watching you. You could have a headhunter watching you. But I did hear crush, abandon. Now, see, these are some. Ooh. Listen, some of you guys will obviously be stuck. I think it's more the karmic energy. Or this is spirit like, hey, you need to pause and reevaluate something because you don't want to project abandonment or onto yourself or to anyone in general. I'm hearing crossroads, so WkEnd Read, you do have crossroads actually. It's actually the last card out. Others of you, this again is just a situation. You're gonna find yourself. No, others of you, it's the karmic energy. I don't know if this is like somebody had ill intent. They planned on doing this, but I feel like they also wanted control over a certain situation possibly. And it's like being stuck, but your tribe's here and it's not going to happen. Someone's about to get a shit ton of karma this weekend. Again, it could be, I put my pendulum in my shirt. Remember I lost it last time? If I'm over here, like, where's my pendulum? Somebody remind me. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Tell me about dream big, big dreams. We actually, I fucking hate this. Do I actually really want those? A barrier. Damn. I don't think this is you. I think this is, well, if this is you putting up barriers. This would be more your barriers. Yeah, see, someone's playing victim here. And then you got communication and victim. Okay, so that's a situation that definitely needs to be abandoned, because honestly, with the Emperor being out, I don't know if this is a control thing. But it's like the last person I was with dealing with it is like not controlling me. It was more control, like just somebody wanted, it's hard to explain. Somebody had an ego so fucking big, okay? Where, why do I keep forgetting what I'm going to say to you? Am I not meant to say it to you? An ego so big, like with control. I think this was somebody who wanted to control communication, wanted to control how far you guys would go in a certain situation. You know, I do think some of you were victim to something malicious that maybe you're not aware of. But others of you, like, this is somebody who, it's almost like somebody who turns something around on you. Like that type of control. Very cocky. I'm getting Kid Rock. This person, this big dreams is more your energy, but it's basically saying you really need to go in a different direction. You could talk to somebody over the weekend, or this is more like just cut it off. But again, with Venus in Virgo, it is Venus in Virgo, depending on how much Virgo you have in your chart, major signs, whatever it is for you, it is definitely going to be a little rougher. It's like guarding your heart, putting up the barriers. Now, I think that's going to be a message for everybody, regardless of how much Virgo you have in your chart, because this is the energy that we've already been in for a few weeks, if not 3 or 4. I'm still here in CERN. I got to get on top of that. Again, you don't want to become a victim if you stick around in a certain situation. Somebody may try to convince you, like, we have a strong bond, yada, yada, yada. And maybe you guys do. But this awakening, on top of the free will that's kind of been coming out all week, I kind of feel like I had like a little one last night, in the sense of my direction, or it has to do with who I was dating. And again, like I said to you guys before, it's 3 times you're out, or 4 or 5, like you don't get that many, right? I am gonna hear jealousy though. So as your energy, as we proceed, as your energy shifts, boundaries are a must over the weekend. Because somebody I think is gonna want to hit you up. It's on you, but maybe it's something they say over the weekend, right? And they want to explain to you, like, maybe it was my upbringing, you know, I was abandoned, like, blah, 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 blah. But, like, your tribe's here. And that's a big deal, because it's basically saying you need to block these boundaries. Somebody's acting like a damn fool and a victim. Could they be really sorry? Yeah. But again, Venus rules beauty and finances. Somebody's money could be dwindling. You know, somebody's business will slow down. It might be taking away something financially, something more materialistic. It could affect your health, being laid out, that type of energy. So, like my little awakening last night, it wasn't like, oh, a big awakening. It was not even quite sure. I think this is something that this awakening or seeing something completes over the weekend. Tell me about Observer. This is where I did see like that crush energy. It could be a stalker too. We don't like stalkers. Look at bound, something karmic. So this could be like after the fact, looking at your social media, this and that, or they're seeing. Yeah, no, see, they're seeing maybe you in a bad situation, a karmic situation, but you have this energy of a beautiful soulmate. This could be somebody who feels like devoted to you, but I don't know if this is your clearance. This is your clearance. Clarity. It feels like someone got clarity, or you're going to give someone clarity over the weekend. Best advice for this offer and forgiveness. I'm trying to wonder if there's a couple people that like want to say I'm sorry. You know, we do have that Mercury energy. Numbing. I think somebody's really going to regret something, or this is somebody, dear Lord, struggling to ask. This is tough. I feel like I just heard you have 3 people that want to apologize. It could be a friend, it could be a coworker, it could be family members. Do check for STDs. That's been coming in. I don't want to scare anybody, but do be careful too. If somebody comes back after they've been gone for a little while or anything like that, somebody could have slept with somebody in that time frame, and it's not worth it. Don't let them, like, yeah, don't put his penis in your mouth. Don't, like, this is for somebody that there's been like a separation, but within like the last 3 or 4 weeks, not a separation a year ago. You know, it's different, but there is something about you separating your feelings. I'm seeing my fish tank and it's trying to pull me to a memory. Okay, yep. Whereas it's more like letting go and letting go, not giving a shit. You could have lost feelings for somebody, or it's just it became frustrating. I think it's more than frustrating. I don't think it's this energy. But here too, that's not really telling me that's a karmic situation. Maybe this person owes you an apology too, and you're dealing with something here in the last 4 weeks. But again, this is somebody that kind of wants to devote some time to you. This bound energy just could be a bond, it could be passion. I'm hearing Muse has been coming out of this deck, right? I also get that refocus vibe. Tell me about this bound situation. Bound situation, please. Someone's not telling you the truth. They could want a commitment. I don't know if it's something that's just fucking random here. But it's like hiding, not really showing how they feel. Same thing with the mask. This could just be saying this is somebody who does want to have a commitment with you, or some type of commitment, some type of possibly compromise I'm getting. No to compromise. Okay, that came out the other day. This is somebody who wants to give you more than maybe they've given you before. Or it could be like a new energy with that Knight of Cups, because that's the vibe I was getting, like a crush. That's what it was, a crush. And then I was like, yeah, I haven't had a great crush forever. So that's an energy watching you. One more for this forgiveness. Yeah, I'm hearing 3 people want your forgiveness. Crossroads and you. Yeah, see, like, so it's careful for that gaslighting too. Third party. This feels more karmic. This, I don't even think you know who this is yet. You could be reconnecting with friends. Whoever you're dealing with over here. Hush, hush, crush, crush. This one over here, this could be like a prior commitment. No, this is somebody who wants to be with you. It's very random. They could be, there's something over the weekend with this energy that feels like a burden, something heavy on this person. They might just have a busy start of the Venus in Virgo, or just a busy weekend. They could be helping somebody move. They could be helping somebody who's under the weather. It's yeah. Yeah. they're carrying a burden. I don't know if it has to do with them and not speaking up. It just feels like this person's busy. They're helping somebody over the weekend. So they might hit you up, but this person's been hiding how they feel. Because I mean, this crush energy, yeah, it's almost like 10 of Pentacles burden, but like heavy. Again, I don't know if someone's moving. I don't. Chicken noodle soup. That came out the other day. I asked somebody, I was like, are you sick? Because after actually I was done talking to them, I got pulled the chicken noodle soup. And it was shortly after the read. So I don't know if that's for you guys, if, you know, you have a sore throat over the weekend, or again, someone here could be sick and they're helping take care of somebody over the weekend. Or somebody's moving, whatever it is, it seems heavy. But honestly, I don't even know if you know who that is. And you know how I told you guys yesterday? I don't know if I want to bring that into the reading. I do want to bring it into the reading. Oh, I don't know if I want to bring it into the reading. Well, basically, I did something that I tell you guys not to do. Like if you kind of just looking for comfort or you want to distract yourself. Remember, I was like, oh, be careful you don't hit anybody up or this and that, and or they're hit you. Well, the fuck? Like it was the oddest fucking thing. It was an old Snapchat that came up from like 8 years ago or 10 years ago, and I sent it to him. Which is ironic because I haven't talked to him in a while. I wasn't seeking comfort, sex. So it just, now that I'm saying it to you, it actually is making sense. It almost like, say he was that situation. Don't think it is. But say he was that situation, it's almost like I started the conversation. But again, it was Snapchat, and I haven't heard from him in a while, and I was like, why am I even sending this? But I felt the need to send it. So on my end, it felt like a mistake sending it in a sense, because I felt like I was kind of doing what I preach and told you not to do. But now that I'm saying it out loud, that's probably why they wanted me to say it out loud. Like, that's not what I was doing. It just was a random scenario. So that makes me feel better. I didn't even really pick up on that because, yeah, at the time I wasn't looking for anything like that. I actually hesitated whether or not to even reach out to this person because of the ups and downs. Not a bad thing, but, you know, ups and downs. So again, don't do what I've done before. If it's something random, then so be it. I hope this is newer energy to you and they don't owe you an apology. Because if somebody feels like it's that deep and they owe you an apology, that could be what's holding them back, even though they have like a burden in the sense of being busy, like so busy. Like this is the energy, like you'd have to take time to like reach out to somebody and be like, hey, sorry, super busy day, or where you just kind of explain it, That's like me when I go to the beach, if I'm talking to somebody, I see him dating, I'm thinking of like all the years. God, I can't believe I'm just sharing this shit with you. It must relate to you guys. Because when this keeps coming out, and this is going on like a full week now, and I think possibly it happened last week too, where it is telling you, you must just be able to relate to me. It's not really showing the busy. Oh yeah, I said something about when I go to the beach. Your phone gets hot, especially sometimes if I put music on. I even tell my kids, like, hey, going to the beach. If there's an emergency, call. Because first of all, I'm not going to hear the text messages. I'm not looking at the text messages. I can barely see your phone at the fucking beach anyway. So I don't know what type of message that is. Oh, I guess in the sense of like giving a heads up. So like if this is you and you're crushing on somebody and you're talking to them, it doesn't feel like you. I hope this person says something to you soon. But I feel like this person knows you've been in a difficult situation, but that could just be in general in life. Like it feels like my mom died 2 weeks ago and it was 7 months ago, which is like, what have I been doing in those 7 months with myself? And then the tragic death of my cousin months later is just, that's the first loss in a family member where it was just horrific and tragic. So it's the first time I've ever had to deal with a loss like that. Maybe they're cleaning out a house. Let's try to get out of that. So over here, when it comes to the offer, I do think this is linked to the past person that put you in your crossroads. And again, this might not even be a person with an awakening. It could literally be anything in your life. Like, I'm done being at my crossroads. I'm done waiting for this, waiting for that. And I think somebody's been mute. And then it's like over the weekend, they want to hit you up. But somewhere in between, I must have got lost. Yeah, somebody's going to want to project that they're really sorry. And they really could be, guys, but I don't think it's wise to forgive this energy. But people do deserve forgiveness. We had this conversation, I think, yesterday over the other WkEnd Read. Like, my situation, ship situations, luckily there was like, it had nothing to do with cheating. But who the fuck knows? Like, that person could have slept with somebody over time. I'm telling you, like, there's something with a fucking STD here. And I don't know if somebody slept with, I'm hearing fucking prostitute. What was the other one? Sex worker that came in like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, do be careful. I don't know. You go to a strip club and you don't know your man's at the fucking strip club, or they have a back room and he's fucking. Well, they don't do that in those establishments. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. I'm okay with my dude going to a strip club. Better come home horny as fuck and bring me food too. Works for me. But some people wouldn't agree with me there either because they're like, oh, fantasizing about something else. No, not necessarily. That's not how it works, guys. That's just a lot of people's assumptions. You might have a tough time trusting. So I feel like you've done this with somebody. What is this forgiveness? Advice for forgiveness. Must have been love. Yeah. Must have been love. Something somewhere down the road or down the line. Stability, security, performance, growth, endurance. Tell me about this offer. 3 people owe you. 3 people. I don't know when this took care. Love call, letting you know. But see, this is where I just feel like, can I have like a major arcana or an obvious yes and no to this forgiveness? So I feel like it did feel like somebody else's. 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups. No, this is newer. Like, what the fuck? It felt like the other energy. So here's the deal. You were at your crossroads. We already know in read 1 we were at crossroads. Actually, that's 5 of Wands. What the fuck? I thought it was, how the fuck did I get 4 of Wands? Dear fucking Lord. So an argument, a fight. But again, at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Cups, there's got to be 2 people here. And not in the sense like you've slept with them both. Guys, this could be as simple as a coworker or family member. But then it's almost like these cards are positive. So that's a different apology. I don't know if you have 2 people crushing on you, because this felt completely separate. But now I'm getting the vibe that it is completely something, like it's almost like here. So again, someone you know. You could get in an argument, or there's jealousy. It could just be jealousy. Somebody could be seeing your vibe and like the karmic situation, because I gotta intertwine both of these because it's part of the weekend read, and we had that karmic energy that had to go bye-bye. But some of you were still like at the crossroads. You might hear somebody out, but it causes an argument. To me, you're either gonna block it or go mute. This might be the positive side of like gaslighting. Well, I don't know the whole definition of gaslighting with these words. Okay, I'm assuming it's just like old school crickets or love bombing, or yeah, that's another fucking word we didn't need either. Anywho. What's this mute? Because mute is, again, it's just, you could just be like, yeah, bye, I'm not doing this. But you care about this person, clearly. Lightning, a sudden change, shocking news, transformation. So it's trying to tell me it's leading to something better. I just looked up. Good morning. It's definitely leading to something better. I don't know if there's like a little confusion on your end because it's like being at your crossroads. I was like, huh, what? Where did you come from? Where did you go, Captain Nigel? Long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? If this is an argument, I'd say it's probably with the last person who hurt you. And I can tell like you got love for them, vice versa. But it's just no good. Like for me, I feel like the last situation I was, it wasn't even possibilities. It felt more like what I could be looking forward to. I think I was looking forward to just maybe a different stage of my life. I'm not sure. This whole thing, this love call is positive, and I think it's linked to a different energy. It could just be one of those things, like maybe you guys again like aren't talking. You're in your crossroads. This could be jealousy. Hey, jealousy. So be careful if an ex here is only hitting you up because they can feel that you already probably left the scenario, left the scene. And that will probably, it's like somebody wanting to cause an argument here. Others of you, this is an argument that you once had with this person or somebody else that wants to apologize. And it's more, hey, I'm sorry about like the last time we talked, yada, yada. It looks minor, but I'm hearing it came with a heavy burden. It sent you in a different direction is what it did. I don't know if you lost feelings or you're just like, fuck you, fuck this, I'm not repeating, I'm not doing this again, yada, yada, yada. It definitely caused some type of rift. But I really do feel like the energy from you guys in the sense of maybe you were happy you didn't have feelings about a certain situation. Maybe you were something. It had to have been something because the last time you guys talked, this is also manipulation from the ex over the weekend, so try to avoid it. This could be, again, a friend, a coworker. It's like the last time you talked to somebody, but it does feel like it's slightly attached to this. But I do hear there's definitely 3 people that need to apologize here. Doesn't mean you're getting 3 apologies over the weekend. Maybe you feel like this person doesn't even owe you an apology. Or maybe you do think they owe you an apology. But it feels like water under the bridge, as if you just want to ignore it. As if like you don't want to rehash something. But I think this person is going to want to talk about it with you. And I have a funny feeling you're not going to want to talk about it. It's blocked emotions. So you probably blocked your heart in regards to whatever this is for protection. And now you're in that Virgo energy where that block was already placed. Whatever it is, I don't think you saw this coming. I think it's very random. I do think it's someone you do know. Let's get to the shadow work, inner child. This could be something with you too. This is not realizing, you went through abandonment, yada, yada, yada. I have spirit now. That's not like that. It could be your own shadow work. And you could be like, yeah, no, I'm going to abandon this. I mean, it could be your own bandwagon of abandonment because you're just trying to deal with your own self. Tell me about shadow work. But see, to me, it just feels like fuck, especially with that victim there. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflecting wounds, introspection. One more. Possible. Let's just get one more. Acts, breakup, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. I don't know if you trauma bonded with somebody and you didn't realize it. Tell me about this inner child. Because inner child is kind of like, hey, let's bring that back. And it could have to do with your dreams, like a childhood dream. But here again, outdated thinking condition, replaying events over and over in your head. This is love, baby, don't hurt me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this isn't love. It's linked to your ex who thinks that fucking Joe Schmo, the camel on the fucking cigarette pack, that's who you're dealing with. Spirit cut it off. Some of you, spirit just cut it off. So if whatever that was, cut it off. And because you're in that mirroring energy of like, I get it, I understand, but that doesn't cut it. Someone now wants to trauma bond with you because they feel like they fucked up. But their mindset is fucked up right now. Their mindset is, but I'm the victim. Which is complete bullshit. What is this victim energy? You don't want to become a victim here either because it's communication. It's like really putting those butterflies up, really putting those blocks, boundaries into a certain category. So yeah, I feel like this is your crossroads. You could be torn. So maybe somebody over the weekend comes in with this message, but if it's somebody that's just like, hey, yada yada, haven't talked to you in a while, blah 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 blah. Hey, I'm on YouTube. Everything okay? All right, I'll call you shortly. Love you, bye. Love you, bye. I don't think this is like a poly or monogamy types. Well, I do think it is just being with like one person. And yeah, like it is more about monogamy here. I don't know why Polly just came out. I think we talked about it last week or something. God, I hope it wasn't in the weekend read with all the women there. That's really not what it was. Polygamy? Yeah, this is somebody that is going to want a connection, a commitment with just you. So I hope that makes you feel better. Maybe somebody here was trying to get you in certain situations and this and that. I actually had a friend, still kind of have a friend that was into poly. And I've actually had exes. Or remember the scenario I told you about the ex, and he was like my first all be all, lost my virginity, he cheated with my friend, they grew up, had kids, still current. He always wanted a poly thing. Not in the sense he always wanted it. Let me rephrase that. But he said it to me quite a few times, like I might go poly. You know, he was dealing with a lot of pain, breakup. You know, so. But I also have another friend that was into poly, and when he told me, I was fucking shocked. But at the same time, I was like, good for him. Why not? Like, if you have it in you to be that person, then go ahead and do it and explore it. You know, as long as you're not like hiding it or, you know, you're uncomfortable with it. And you know, this other scenario could have been more of cheating or dating and non-committal, but you have an energy here that wants to commit to you, wants to spend time with you, wants to devote time to you. They are passionate about you. Didn't I say something about a muse? This could also be maybe you post things that inspire them. I mean, this could be a friend. Like, okay, so put it this way. Like, I'm a YouTuber. My Facebook, Instagram says I'm a YouTuber. So anybody who finds me on social media, XYZ, can clearly go to my channel and watch my reads and this and that, you know? But that's just like a good example. Or, you know, you're an influencer, or, you know, you post things online, you post memes, certain things to get people's energies going. You know, it's almost like somebody who connect me, call me through the phone, kiss me through the phone, kiss me through the phone. What's that song about? Because that will tell you what that is. Is something with long distance. The song Kiss Me Through the Phone, what is that in regards to? Someone missing somebody? The struggles and romance of a long distance relationship. The lyrics express how much the narrator misses his partner and captures the feeling of relying on the phone calls, texts, and stay emotionally connected. And they can't wait to be together physically. Okay. Kiss me through the phone. Maybe this person is like not in your hometown. I don't think they're as far as like a country, but again, with the world coming in, you had the chariot, I mean, you had, this was in the weekly read, where you could have been traveling for work, you could have been flying out, you could have been on a city bus, but like in a different town. Maybe you meet somebody over the weekend and it is something brand new. I don't think that's the situation here. But some of you have brand new energy coming into you towards you. Do you know this person? Here, you do. I'm almost positive you do. Because they almost remind you, you remind me of a girl. It just reminds somebody who knows you. Not just through like social media. Oh, like it's like random. So as soon as you make decisions in regards to this, like I literally said it the other day. Actually, I said it to that guy, and I literally said, like, you know, it wasn't even like how's life, this and that. I started drinking some wine, and then I think I was on my second glass of wine. I'm like, I'm gonna stop drinking this wine, but maybe I'm just gonna finish this glass so it doesn't get wasted. Anywho, I said I think I fell in love with the wrong man, and right after I said that, I realized like it wasn't the truth. Like I wasn't really in love. I think I was in love with the idea, you know, of stability, in love with this and that, you know, which is what I got from an ex that I'm no longer with. But it was up and down, up and down. Like I still didn't get that stability that I crave or need. When someone can make me feel stable in a situation, whether it's through comfort, safety, honesty, those are the best relationships. Maybe you're friends with this person and they caught feelings for you, or maybe you used to date this person, you know. But it was kind of like my awakening, like free will awakening, right? That could have been part of it too. And again, as soon as I wrote it, I was like, oh man, I feel like I should have just like edited that or whatnot. But regardless, he doesn't give a shit. We tell each other everything. That could be part of an awakening that you're slightly having or will continue to have over the weekend. But I do feel like you do have to shut something down. Maybe you're waiting on one more text message to see if like they want to chat. Like it's not like that. Others of you, they're just going to come out of the blue anyway and want to fix something because I can tell this person knows you're already detached and they don't like it. And jealousy, if somebody's at a distance, say this person or that new King of Swords, that new, you could be dealing with an Aquarius over here. It's just that depth with Pluto that's out right now. And Pluto's in Aquarius. So this energy has had some sort of change since we went into Aquarius. And man, I was with Pluto, I was fucking waiting for that. There's something else I was going to say and it got sidetracked and went here. King of Cups. Not King of Cups. Okay, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. So some of you dealing with the Pisces. And you're in Gemini. That is new. That's also coming in. So again, be careful here because maybe you felt abandoned from like this energy, this person, but in all reality, this is you needing to abandon them because it does look like they're going to come in over the weekend, want to meet up, have a conversation. And that could be, you know, God, see, this is linked to this. But again, this is that person we need to leave. We did leave, you know, but it's like you have enough love and compassion. You know, maybe you just kept giving this person a chance or, you know, but it's now, you know, you're definitely not getting what you need. And some people, you know, I tried telling myself, maybe they ran because of fear and this and that. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Regardless, at the end of the day, I don't want it. I don't want a man who can't handle his shit and speak the truth. I just don't want to be with somebody like that. I'm not going to wait for somebody like that or hold off. Like, and I will tell you, my instincts already told me after he hurt me the first time within the last couple of years, especially the last year and 6 months, 6 months. And I already said to myself, does he have actually what I want, what I need? And it's kind of like being great together. We have a blast, but at the end of the day, I don't think he can provide emotional stability for me. And that's a big factor for me. Especially if, you're one that craves that type of energy. I crave it, but it's not an addiction. It's not a toxic crave. It's just, I got a lot of Scorp guys, and it's anything. My emotions is, whew. I love that I can even explore that depth. It feels like a blessing. So it's just kind of like, so what I'm trying to say to you, so if you ever been in a situation and you thought about this person, like, do you really think this can work? Do you really think, how many times you want to work through something or give somebody a second chance because of their actions, or, they, as a kid, they didn't, get what they needed from their parents, but in a way, like, you can't replace that. And especially where Cancer is now in Mercury, and Mercury is retro. That talks about the household. That talks about a good mother, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles type vibe. Fourth house energy, a foundation, partnership, that type of stuff. Wearing your heart on the sleeve, just very sensitive, compassionate person. So, and the fact that I brought up Pluto tells me, like, a majority of you, some of you do like the depth I like too. I do crave it, but it's not an addiction. It's not an obsession. It's just, when I have it, it's amazing. It just suits me. So there's that. So how many times are you going to allow somebody? I think this dude already fucking 3 strikes you're out, and or 4 or 5 guys. I'm not kidding. If you were to look back and really, like, the littlest things, there's a handful. You'd find a handful of fucking shit within fucking 5 minutes. I guarantee it. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I mean, I still care about my ex, in the sense of, me having to walk away from something because I have to be an adult. And if I know it's not one of those situations, and it's not fear, and it's not that, and I've said to myself, I don't know if he can be that emotional support that I need. And sure as shit, I was shown the exact same situation through walking away from this energy. So for some of you, whether I walked away, you walked away, they did, it doesn't matter, like, who walks away. Maybe this person, stopped texting and this and that. You walking away doesn't mean they're the ones that left. You walking away is for you to go on a new path, knowing that you can't teeter on this other one anymore. And that's where spirit needs you over the weekend. If it seems worth it to you, yeah, maybe you could learn the hard way. Other people, you might forgive, but again, it's like this energy puts you at your crossroads. So why? It's almost like it. And even if there's a crush over here, somebody came through, I don't even know if you would even, like, entertain it, because when you're at your crossroads, It's more about when you step into the new energy, it's more about you, your needs, your fulfillments, taking care of yourself, making sure you're the 9 of Cups every day. You know, not meaning you gotta be fucking rainbows and bubblegums, just meaning like 9 of Cups to me is not like a wish fulfillment. It can be with other cards, but to me it's your everyday happiness. It's your 9 of Cups. What's going on in your life, you know, that type of stuff. So you are being put in that position. So, and I'm not saying somebody else is going to take that place because you're not strong enough. No, that's not it at all, because I can tell you're realizing something over the weekend if you haven't yet. And mine came in again, like yesterday, randomly out of nowhere, kind of like how I just explained it to you, and then like having another little awakening, or, you know, so like this might be instant, or you kind of feel stuck where I just explained in my past situation, wasn't really getting that stability. So again, you could be dealing with somebody who doesn't want a commitment, guys. Because as soon as I realized, because we got to that commitment part, it didn't last long. Because he was so back and forth. And I literally had to say, like, are we boyfriend, girlfriend? Because at one point he said something along the lines like, well, let's just see where something this takes us or something before we get into like a commitment, or can we go a month without fighting? And I'm thinking to myself, dude, I think you're projecting your past fucking ex-wife or your ex-girlfriend onto me, because it's not like that. So like right then he already confused me, because like a minute before that he's like, yeah, you're my girlfriend, and I'm like, wow, I actually have a boyfriend. And then within a day, dude, it was like he couldn't fucking handle that he put himself in that situation and retracted, and it was, I still want to do this and I'm not going to sleep with anybody else, blah, blah, blah. No, because I had been in that situation so many times with him. It was an easy no for me to walk away. Does it still hurt? Yeah, it sucks. Because, you know, when you start telling each other you love each other and this and that, you know, and then I told you, and I've said it to you, love is not enough sometimes. And it's true. It really is true. It can be with the right people, but a majority of people don't know how to like find that right partner and have that depth and that honesty. And it's very rare to find it. But if you are authentic at the end of the day, you're not seeking, you're not doing this, there's things you want, yada, yada, let that energy come to you, you know? So I don't know if any of you guys were dealing with anything that I had been dealing with in the last month or so. So again, like, say they got in a fight with you, or they twisted something and turned it around on you, and this person now is not even texting because they want to control energy, right? And I'm hoping you're picking up on that if that's the case for some of you. But let me tell you, you walking away and just saying, you know what, fuck this. That alone, so much healthier. So be strong enough and don't go after like distractions, this and that. If the opportunity arises and you're in a comfortable situation, then so be it, whatever floats your boat, right? But there is someone but it's like you're bonded to this too. Like, tell me about the devil over here, the bound. I know before it's like not showing my face, commitment. This could be someone you're dealing with too, and you don't know they're already in a commitment, because that's been coming in for the last month too. But this This feels way more like this person. Yeah, see, it's passion, okay, insane chemistry, liking each other equally, having fun. So maybe you are more compatible with somebody and you thought to yourself, I'm not compatible with this person. Yes, that's there, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. I just need to fix my shorts. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stretch for a second too. And that just could be a message for you. Stretch. I don't know. Yeah. So again, it is the passion. There is depth that you have with somebody here or had. And again, for some reason, this person does feel like they owe you an apology. Somewhere on the road, lonely road, I walk alone. That's not it. Lonely road. No, fuck, because it came out here in Gen Z. I think it's like a WkEnd. I think it's like a song by The WkEnd. I'm getting pulled to that. Fuck. It's got to be a song. But that also pulls me to the other person because I was hanging out with him when we were listening to that song. So yeah, this is somebody definitely from your past that I think you guys had a lot of passion for each other, or that spark of passion is about to be awoken. So if you sense something might be off, especially if it's like a friend or, or they come out in general and just say something. But I feel like they're still covering it over the weekend. Like they're not telling you. Yeah, it's like they're still keeping it from you. Which, yeah, that's odd. I don't know what that's all about. Why they're doing that. Maybe they feel like they owe an apology first, because I don't know. But there's a lot of passion over the weekend, like sparks. Again, you guys could just be friends, but you don't realize somebody wants more. Or maybe this was a friend at first and you try to get together and it didn't work out and you're like, we're better off just friends, There is a situation like that here. Again, I do need you to be careful with the X energy too. And again, careful who you sleep with. I wouldn't have a random encounter. And I certainly wouldn't fuck this person. Even if you just want to feed yourself for the weekend, do not fuck this person. Because during whatever separation this is, it could have been just a weekend separation or a week separate. Somebody, again, it could have been this, whatever this fucking prostitute message is, it's disgusting. It's but it's almost like, I feel like you're dealing with somebody yeah, I did that, so what? We all do shit in life, yada, yada, yada. I kind of feel like this person is so fucking cocky that they would even own it. Get where I'm going with that? This is somebody, almost like a womanizer, somebody who loves women, doesn't just want to be tied down with one as much as, it's even in my situation, I know as much love as he has for me, whether it's fear, family, whatever, interrupting, regardless, I'm done. It was my final straw. Choosing to walk away, because I'm not going, even if it's fear, I'm not going back and forth. So I think some of you already made that decision and it's coming in, or you've already told yourself that. But I do feel like for some of you, this person will come in and just try to cause an argument because they can feel that you detached. So it's not, oh, I want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're going to give you some fucking shit like that, but guess what? No. Especially if you told yourself before that you know at the end of the day what you really need in a relationship, you're not going to get from this person. And it sucks. Like I said, I had to walk away. It's not easy. He had everything else. If I was going to check boxes, he had that. But I know me, and I need somebody who can emotionally support me, handle me. I'm not saying I'm a fucking mess and this and that. Like, we all go through our own moments at different times, whether it's the same time, different, doesn't matter. It's not like it's overwhelming. It's just, I need stability and a commitment. And that's a commitment for me. Am I looking at it wrong? No, I don't think I am. You can tell me if you think I am, but when you get like crazy court or wild court, whatever the fuck, like who knows what you're gonna get court, or like this last dude was like, you're never allowed to bring wine into the house again. He watched me drink a bottle of wine, shit in the shit with a whole bunch of us friends, and by the time I realized it, I went in the house because I knew something was off, and literally said to me, "You just drank a bottle of wine in 15 minutes." And then at that point, I'm buzzed, and he's giving me an attitude. But there is one night I had with him with wine, and he said I was just so fucking nasty. But you know what I said to him too? I said, I get like that. I said, I got like that with you probably because of resentment and X, Y, Z. I said, because every other time I drink wine or girlfriends or just going out, like, I'm fine. I'm kosher. I enjoy my wine. But apparently if I'm mad at somebody, wine is... So he told me it was wine. The old guy I was talking about, where they grew up and had children, X, Y, Z, he told me I wasn't allowed to have Prosecco. So no Prosecco here, no wine here. But you know what? If you got a random cool friend, I've never had to be told not to bring something to this, I would think, because they're the only two that have ever said that to me. And there's always been a little resentment in both situations. So if I resent anybody, I'm trying to hash it out and make it better. I don't know. I definitely don't do it drinking. Don't. Just don't. And it's funny because even that dude once said to me, like, I'm not going through this again. I think it was the wine night. I'm not going through this again. I'm not dealing with an alcoholic. And I literally was like, what? Like, I'm not even close to like an alcoholic. So this dude likes to project a lot of his own past trauma. And that's where I had to draw the line too, because that just causes drama, frustration, irritation, so maybe talk it out in your head, talk it through, like, really, is it worth giving this guy time for texting and all that, right? No. But then you have this palm tree that comes in, and this got to be the newer energy. It's either the Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups energy, or it's this one that like is crushing on you. But I do believe you absolutely know this person. You will have fun together, liking each other equally. Like, something could possibly even turn into something unconditional, or there's already unconditional love there that you have with somebody / had with somebody. I'm not really sure. I don't think you have resentment for that energy, but I do know there's another energy here where it's almost like, if this person wants to apologize, it's not something you want to talk about, but it's something they want to talk about, and that could irritate you maybe, or make you really upset if you did talk about it. But this person wants to talk about it. So again, either of you have someone new coming in, or you end up having a crush on somebody over the weekend as you're doing what you're doing, or it's this person that has a crush on you and still not telling you though. I don't know why that is, but whatever it is you need in a relationship, guys, because something's coming toward you with Venus. And whether it's new or this person, friend, not like a foe, like it's not like that. It's either one or the other. You have a brand new, well, here's the thing. You got this X energy too, right? And then you have the new energy that's kind of been watching you doing this. To me, lots of chemistry. It's fair. You like each other equally, which is great. Maybe you guys always had fun together. Maybe at one point you wanted a commitment and you didn't get it. Or maybe one time you like wanted to try to see where maybe it could lead and it didn't happen. Because this person actually wants to have something stable with you. So again, just like me, I need the stability. I just need it. If I don't, stability is key to a foundation anyway, guys. We should all be having that stability in any partnership, friendship, situationship, lovership, a boss, a coworker. It's equal. It's balanced. I walk alone. No, I wish I could remember that Weekend song. Also, this person's at a distance, or maybe they're just at a distance this weekend, or maybe somebody lives in a different state. For some of you, it could be a different country, but it's anything to me that's long distance is like more than an hour ride. You know, even an hour there, hour back after just spending the night, it becomes exhausting. It's something here with location. Maybe this person, if it turns into something stronger that maybe you didn't expect or they didn't expect, you might be asked, you might move. Like maybe they move to your state, you move to their state. Because there's something here, and I don't know how quickly it's going to develop, but it's like I do get that craving energy, like you crave each other, or like even on a sad night or whatever, just a rough day, like, you know, you want to be with this person, but say you didn't get home until like 6 o'clock, you had a long day, or, you know, it's just, who wants to drive like an hour or an hour even longer in traffic, you know, to go be with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whomever this person turns into, if you see where it takes you. And for some of you, you won't give a shit, but over an hour, certain things, it's going to become too much for you guys. There's definitely some type of move here in the future that's attached to this. And again, I don't think it's like, tell me anything about this move. It could be relocation. And again, some of you guys, this is a headhunter and it's taking you out of this shitty scenario. And you're moving into a new scenario, new job, new position, new something, new person, new boss, whatever it is. And that takes you out. But then there's something that leads you to a partnership, an equal partnership. And again, this could just be like two best friends, you know, like, or becoming like best friends. Or what I like about this is that there's honesty here with somebody. And yeah, they could be hiding it, but like either you feel like you can tell this person anything or they can tell you anything. There's really no judgment, which I think is great. It should be like that. You might have to relocate. You might. I'm hearing move. Brockton. There's a Brockton in Mass. I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll be moving to Massachusetts if it's for me. Who the fuck knows? If anything, I'd be like, no, you want to come to New Hampshire? And New Hampshire and Mass are right next to each other. There's something with Brockton. But I'm also getting pulled to like. There's another energy that is in Littleton or Concord a lot. Those are expensive fucking towns. I wouldn't waste my money in those towns. I don't care how much money I have. I'm not wasting my fucking money on that shit. And not to mention all the fucking bikers that think they own the cyclists that thinks they own the fucking road. Brockton. I don't know if Brockton is. I don't think it's like Richie. I don't think it's poor either. Brockton. Something with a B. Brooklyn. Maybe some of you guys it's New York. I'm here in Jersey. So I don't know where you're at in the States or in a different country, but according to mine, this energy would all be East Coast. And then, you got South Coast here, Florida, all that in there, North Carolina's, we're going up the map, okay? It's like East Coast. So this is telling me some of you will move either one state or 3 states over, a state that begins with a B. There is something with Brockton. New Hampshire, one of the top 11. I mean, I love New Hampshire. I truly, truly do. Massachusetts is more city-like. But if you go to Concord, Littleton, yeah, but see, I don't know. No, there's not money here. There's something so much more than that. It's, maybe you don't want to commute every day 2 hours. So maybe you compromise and it's 3 days a week you work from wherever, and then 2 days a week you work from home. Same thing if it's a relationship. I'm hearing by like September, you guys are just gonna want to be together. Some people may say, like, oh, that's too soon to like move in, and I don't know. Like, there's just something natural about a process that happens here with somebody, and you're gonna be very relieved or something, especially getting after this and realizing, have to walk away, even though you care about the other person. Like, you can't just keep having conversation after conversation after conversation. It's just, this is it. Like, this is your peak, is in the sense of you taking care of yourself. And whatever this other energy is, please be careful, because now they want to roll back around and I'm so sorry. And it's almost like, I don't think this person is aware of trauma bonding, but you as a spiritual, me as your reader, we see it. You can eventually work through that, but that takes time and time and time, and that's not the type of situation you're in now. This is just let it go. It just keeps bringing out the wounds that you dealt with as a kid, whether you're aware of it or not. Because honestly, I don't even think this needs to be addressed, even if it's you. It doesn't even need to be addressed. It is somebody else that wants to put you in that situation of feeling like, oh, if we just put more work into it. No, like this energy feels more natural, more flow. This one feels more of like, not my way or the highway. But you know what I mean. Something's not flowing, just catching a bus. Somebody here. You might be dealing with somebody who lives in the city, guys. I mean, I'm in the country. There's a bus 5 minutes up the road. It takes you to Boston every morning for people who commute. I'm in a really richy town. It's where I grew up too, so it's just It's not like breaking the bank, Richie, like the other ones I was talking about, but like snobby Richie. Like we just had a McDonald's go up in town, and people have been asking for a McDonald's for like 40 years, and they're like, nope, 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 nope. Like they didn't want nothing. And then in the last couple of years, they started building gas stations off the highway. The town people fought on that too. And now it's like we have it all park and ride, and the same thing like where my daughter lives, very expensive, high-rise apartments, like ridiculously priced, being built, and no one in town will ever be able to afford to live in that. It's for people who have money and it's convenient and they can have that country life and that quietness and bugs and noises, whatever someone seeks, and still get on the bus and go to work. I don't know what this Brockton message is, but it's not a bad thing. It's in Massachusetts, so I think for you guys, you could be in Florida and it's just referring to like Georgia. You know what I mean? Side by side states, or they got to loop around one or two. Like I can get to Vermont straight shot. To get to New York, I gotta go through Jersey. Well, no. New York, and then Jersey. Connecticut, yeah, there's something here with the East Coast. So the two of you, I mean, you can be in another country and it's like, oh, let's go to the United States and live on the East Coast. Like, it's a very clear message. Or this person is watching you from this location. Maybe you're online talking, messaging, you're meeting somebody, you end up like really liking each other. And it's so random, but it's refreshing. But at the same time, if this person does owe you an apology, but you don't want to talk about it, you'd rather just, water under the bridge, this person's going to want to talk about it. And I know you don't want to. I can already tell. Good morning. Are you brushing your teeth? Oh, want to say hi? Say hey. It's YouTube. Say hey, YouTube. You getting ready? Did you eat breakfast? Yeah? What'd you have? Captain Crunch with crunch berries? Or just good old Captain Crunch? Yep, Captain Crunch.
I didn't have berries in it, but it was very flavored.
Captain Crunch berry flavored, huh? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad you enjoyed it. When's Papa picking you up? Papa.
Papa isn't picking me up. It's on. My uncle's picking me up, and my cousins are going.
Yeah.
And it's got to pick me and my cousins to Pop-Ups.
Okay.
It's gonna be a stare.
Yeah. Look at you, just brushing your teeth. Doodle, 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 doodle. Almost there. What is with this? Doodle, doodle. That's not the first time I've done that to you either. All right, finish brushing your teeth. Gently, 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 gently. Circular motion. The other way. You don't want to rip all your enamel off. Even though those teeth are going to fall out. Getting it good?
I've already lost this tail and this tail and that tail and that tail. I lost 8.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that last night.
I took Rockies and my
Yeah, it's Mabel.
and then these 2.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So when are you leaving the house? You said 9? It's almost 9 there.
The latest is 9.
The latest is 9. So you're going to be taking off soon. Yeah.
But you could be there It could be, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you bring in your phone with you, right? Yeah. So after you and Pop do your thing, you can just give me a call. Yeah.
I may not be able to call you a lot though, because
Yeah, that's okay.
most of the time I'm gonna be like hanging out with my cousins.
Yeah. And that's your favorite.
And he owns an apartment, so it's pretty small. So I don't know if there's like a room where I could get like privacy to like talk with you.
Right. Yeah, that's okay. You can always just hit me up outside of the park too and just be like, hey. Or you don't have to hit me up at all. You can just hit me up when you get home.
Yeah, and I could also text you.
Yep. Send me pictures. I know you haven't seen your cousins in a while, so you must be extremely excited.
And guess what?
What?
We're going squishy hunting.
Woo! It's like Easter egg hunting. But a squishy hunt.
Well, no, we're not going to get squishy hunt. I mean, at stores we're going squishy hunting because we're figuring out like we're Bible right now, so we can't find them.
Okay. Spit out what you're saying real quick. Like spit. No. Yeah, spit. Finish brushing your teeth and then tell me real quick.
Well, it's not like an actual squishy hunt. People just call it squishy hunting because we're going to do it at stores, but people can't find squishies anywhere because they're like viral right now. So we're going to try to see if we can find them.
Okay. What, the viral right now? What's that mean? Like the flying off the shelf?
Viral means that like everybody's buying them, and
okay.
I don't know. It's just a thing that's going around right now.
Yeah.
It's like a popular thing that's going around right now, and everybody's buying them, so they're like not in sale like anywhere. But I got my hands on quite a few. You want to see all of mine?
Quickly, I do.
I got my hands on some.
Oh, that's more than what you showed me last time. Look at that fidget board. I love that you made that last night. Pop-ups? Yeah, I know. Do you want to... Pop-ups in Texas, right? Houston. What is that? Texas? Arizona? Houston, Texas? Yeah. So you got a long ride ahead of you. And you just came back from Colorado. You're just like having a travel summer. And then you got to come to New Hampshire soon too. I know. I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited. Oops, sorry. But yeah, show me what you want to show me real quick, just because I'm on YouTube and I want to finish up. Yeah. Yep. You want to show YouTube the fidget board?
Yeah. Okay, so this is the fidget board I made, and I had to look at it smart, and I made like clickies and like all that stuff, and like squeeze it and do all that stuff.
It's perfect. Just perfect. I keep hearing like Benito. Isn't that small or big? Benito? You don't know? Benito.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Pequeño?
Let me look it up. What is it called?
No, I think I learned it on Dora the Explorer, like Boots the monkey. Pequeño? But it's just in Spanish. It's big and small. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta pull the door.
And in this box.
Maybe it's because you're quite the explorer.
And in this box, I have even more squishies.
I know.
And these have really good ASMR.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, I know Mom sent you to your room to brush your teeth and get dressed. So.
Well, I can stay in my pajamas. She said since I have a long car ride, I can
Yeah, you do got a long car ride.
But I am going to end brushing my hair and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't you try to call me either later tomorrow or just text me, or just text me when you're there or something, because I'm gonna finish YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. I love you so much.
Okay, bye. I love you.
Love you. Bye. Bye. And we were talking about moving, and she's in Oklahoma. So there is something with location here. And that's what I was just about to read on, right? So 7 of Cups, location. I don't think that's confusion. It's like going over your options. I think I'm looking a little too far into this, but it doesn't seem, I'm hearing unrealistic. I don't know if it's the length that you guys known each other. I don't know if it's the bond, if it's the unconditional love, if it, if you, I don't know. It's great, whatever it is. 8 of Wands. So some type of, communication, 3 of Coins, working it out. Again, this could be work for you. The world, again, that's travel, public eye. But again, that does speak of reciprocity, communication. So you might have communication with this person this weekend, maybe it's this week. It's coming, because I don't think this person's quite there to tell you something. Maybe face to face. I don't know, guys. Whatever it is, it seems, I'm hearing special. So again, this might be that person that's like brand new coming in, and it turns into something like this. In regards to everything else, please be careful, because, maybe it's like, okay, I'm going to walk away from that one. And that one seems like, hey, we never tried. Maybe we should. Or it's brand new. And it's like, ooh, let's try brand new. Right? But this also could be saying there's a massive manipulator. They just want your energy. They just, and it's like that. And maybe you're better off forgiving this other person. That's like, you are going to end up in your crossroads. Like, oh, what do I, like, unfortunately that sucks, but, somebody else just wants to argue with you, and then someone else is like, kiss me through the phone. And it's like that 5 of Wands, as if like the last time you guys maybe spoke, you went in an argument, something like that. Tell me about victim. You're going to have to create boundaries over the weekend for sure, with some type of communication. Hat with a key and Cupid's arrow. Welcoming or meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, faith is coming, surprise invitation. Good morning. Everything okay? I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not home. I'm at Lonnie's. Yeah. Oh, he likes, for frozen, he does like the Stoker's mac and cheese, like not the big giant one, just like the little one. He likes like French bread pizza. Get him like SpaghettiOs and meatballs. He's not gonna cook. Yeah, I mean, I can send him with like a pound of turkey. Like I can send him with lunch meat, that type of stuff when he's at your house. Oh, okay. All right, I'll call you back, because Mabel just came in. I mean, Mabel was just on the phone too, and I just want to wrap this up. I love you, Mom. Bye. I don't even know why I picked up the phone to ask. Why I picked up the phone to ask. The pendulum, not even asking, it's just kind of saying congratulations. What do you want? Are you ready to put up barriers where you know there's a really good chance you're not going to find what you need here and keep maybe giving someone a chance? Or are you at the point where you had enough? Like, at this point, you're just becoming a fucking victim or a puppet, Even if this person really loves you, I honestly feel like somebody won't be able to like have that commitment. We're not going to be able to give you that. And then this communication, again, this could just be somebody over the weekend that you start talking to, you meet somebody new. It's more of a comforting energy. And if it's not a comforting energy where it's like reach out over the weekend and do all this, yada yada, it's more basically saying let love back into your life, like open your heart, which actually makes perfect sense because I was literally just saying to you guys, I can tell, like, if it's certain people, it is something I wouldn't want to talk about. It is something that would bring up, emotions, and it is something, like you can bring it up briefly or whatnot, but then it's like erase it off the fucking chalkboard and start new type energy. So it's not like I think it's like drastic and it needs a conversation here by any means, but this is somebody that is going to want to conversate about your last argument or whatever the case may have been, whether it was fucking 3 years ago, fucking 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. Okay. I almost said 3 weeks ago, they would go with the threes again. I feel like you just don't even like really want to talk about it. But this person really wants to talk about it. Like they know they hurt you. So for some of you, this is somebody where, again, you could have got into a situation where it just was an argument. Even if it was like a friend. Like some of you could have never slept with this person and it is just like a friend's scenario. But I do feel like this is somebody or you guys just decided to be friends and this is where you're at. Because this is kind of like agreeing to work on something like one cup at a time. Like, or this could be confusion for you because you're like, what the fuck? Don't let that get the best of you. I think it's something that could work out if you do know this person. It's like everything is just like simultaneously, like just it's like time to go. Like it's time to get on the bus and go. It's something like it's time to go. Like this one's ready, but you don't even know who this one is. But to me, it's not like hesitation. I think you would meet up with this person and yada yada, hear them out. It's not like one of those things where you just block it. I think something happened where it changed possibly how you feel about certain things, but I think that's probably why somebody wants to talk about something. At the end of the day, it looks like you're going to have a clear weekend. You're going to be clear-headed. Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy the energy. Yesterday, the queens were out, the Ace of Wands, stuff like that. You could have new love coming in, or it's someone you used to love, somebody I used to know. Oh yeah? Can you tell Lucy welcome? I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I gotta tend to her. I know! And then I gotta call Marsh back, Mia back, text Mabes real quick. So you guys have an amazing weekend. I do like the energy for you. Don't worry about this Venus and Virgo shit, because it's not for everybody. Unless you have a lot of Venus in your chart, that's where you're going to find the ups and downs that you're going to have to work through. But it really is according to your own chart here too, especially where your Chiron sits, so it's really a chart thing. But if you know you have like 2 planets at Virgo or 3, and it's either your sun, moon, rising, Venus, you might have a little bit more of a difficulty. But I'm also hearing karmic. So, but again, like my chart reads differently. It's more like a lucky season for me versus a struggle bus for the next 3 weeks dealing with this energy. And, I get slammed with my own energy, especially when Pluto comes in, the moon, Cancer. I'm a Cancer sun, Capricorn moon, Taurus, Venus. But I also have 4 placements of Taurus in my chart, 4 placements of Scorpio, and 4 placements of Gemini. So I don't have much Venus, so luckily for me, I'm still going to have a certain type of struggle, guys. I'm not trying to say, hey, yay, I'm scot-free. That's not what I'm trying to say. The energy is just going to hit me differently. But for those that carry a lot of Virgo, heads up, you might have a little more extra, tension, ups and downs. But at the end of the day, just try to remember for my Virgos, just, keep yourself grounded as much as you can. Okay, so enjoy the weekend. Be safe. I will see you guys on Monday. I love you guys. You're very welcome. Bye, guys. Love you, love you.